procrastinating on a dream board? Hello friends, family, and everyone in between. My name is Kaylin Edwards and this is my very random YouTube channel. This may be the first video that I do that I don't have to put a warning, but I'm going to do it anyway because they are in the other bedroom and they could change their minds at any minute. My dogs make noise. They really do. They always do. It's just part of my entire image on YouTube at this point. It's just hearing dogs in the background and me just talking over them. Today I'm going to be talking about procrastination, which is really funny to me because I procrastinated on making this video. I was supposed to record this video and another one last week, the week before. I think I was supposed to do this last week, and here I am the following week doing this because I procrastinated and I made excuses and I did all these things that I wasn't supposed to do. And here we are a week later and I'm about to give you tips on how not to procrastinate, because at the end of the day, even though I procrastinated on this video, the ish got done. So I know what I'm talking about. 5 tips for you not procrastinating. This can go for your book, this can go for your life in general, because it doesn't just pertain to your book, but these 5 tips are something that I was able to come up with based on my experiences from writing, because I mean, good God, the amount of time that I spent procrastinating on writing. It is pathetic. Tip number 1, which is what I did this morning to make this video, is get up. That is the hardest part to me, especially when going to the gym. Going to the gym, that is the hardest part, is actually getting up and going. And once I get there, I'm able to get into the mindset and do what I need to do. So yes, my tip number 1 for you guys is just to get up and do it. It really is, to me, the hardest part. Is just getting to that position, getting to your computer. Even though you see it, you look at it, you know it's right there, but actually getting up and going over there and sitting down and getting your mind right, that can be the hardest part if you make it the hardest part, which I most definitely do. So yes, get up and go over there and just start. And a lot of the times that can be a good trigger for people, especially if they know this is their writing nook. This is the place that they write. So if they get to that place and they sit there and they start working, they end up doing a whole lot more than they expected they would think they would do. I hope that makes sense, because that's me. I will be like, I really don't want to write today. That is not part of my schedule. That is not something that I want to do. But then I get to the position where I normally write and I pull out my laptop and I start typing, and then 2 hours later I'm way further than I would have been if I just kept my ass on the couch. So yes, get up. Hardest part, but really it's part of the process. You gotta do it. Number 2, I haven't done this, but I know a lot of other people have, and not even, like I said, as it pertains to writing, but just in life in general. Make a dream board. I wish I could make a dream board. Am I procrastinating on a dream board? Make a dream board if that is who you are, and that is a great visual for you to remind you, like, these are the things I want to accomplish with my book or whatever it is that you're doing, and these are going to be hopefully the outcomes of me doing all the things that I say that I'm going to do. So yes, make a dream board. And if dream boards aren't your thing and you don't want to make one, then at least sit down and reflect on the why of why you're even doing this. What is the point? Because it was enough for you to even begin doing it and start forming ideas, character development, world development, doing all these different little things that, you know, can get really, really annoying at points. And you went through that and now you don't want to write your book. You really gotta sit down and reflect why you even did it in the first place. And that can be a good motivator for you to jump back into it and be like, you know what? This is something that I really wanted to do. It sparks a lot of inspiration for me, and I love it. Number 3, I talk about this all the time, and I will continue to talk about it because I feel like it is very, 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 very important to the writing process. Make a schedule. Make a realistic schedule too. It's not just making a schedule. It's like, I'm gonna write 2,000 words every single day, even though I've got 5 jobs and 20 kids. Be realistic about the schedule that you set for yourself. If the schedule does not align with the life that you lead and the time that you actually have in a day or a week, then you're gonna end up getting less motivated. You're gonna be down on yourself because you're not making the schedule, and you're gonna end up just blowing it all off together, because every time you don't make that set schedule, or you don't meet the goals each day that you set for yourself, you're gonna beat yourself down so much that you just give up because you don't need that negativity in your life. I don't have a daily schedule for myself, I have a weekly schedule for myself. So I'm always like, okay, by Sunday, I need to have a chapter completed. From Monday to Sunday, I need to have finished a whole chapter of my book. And like I stated in previous videos, I have a deadline for myself, so that is another part of my process to keep me motivated and help me from procrastinating, which I mean, I've still managed to procrastinate in some areas, but I am sticking to my schedule and I'm still set to get it done on the date that I have set for myself. Number 4 is something that I've recently had to transition into doing because I wasn't, and then I realized how much time I was spending actually doing it. Number 4 is limit your distractions. And by limit your distractions, for me, that means turning off my cell phone. Now, I know everyone can't do that, but if you can, you should consider it because that is my go-to anytime that I have downtime in between writing. Like, I've gotten through a really big section and I don't immediately start on the other one, I'll grab my phone and look on Facebook, or I'll go through Instagram and I'll spend 15-20 minutes doing that and then jump back into it, but then my mind's not in the space that it was previously, and I feel like I need to review where I was. So yes, limit your distractions. If you have a spouse that can help take the kids for the day or for the afternoon or for the amount of time that you're writing, you know, ask them for help, lean on them a little bit. Especially if they believe in your book as much as you do and they want to see you succeed, then they'll do that. They'll help you limit your distractions. Of course, this is not something that you can do when it pertains to kids. Do every day, but it is something to consider. TV, any electronics, honestly, is a huge distraction for me. Google, just going on Google, looking up random stuff, and then I become an expert in scuba diving, even though it has nothing to do with my book. It's just... Where was I? Anyway, number 5 is something that I, again, recently started doing, and I feel like it's been very well for my mental, emotional health, is to forgive yourself during those times where you've procrastinated so much and so terribly that you are way behind the schedule that you've set, and that you get to the point where you start beating yourself up for procrastinating. You need to forgive yourself, because just beating yourself up and doing all these negative things to yourself and having all these negative stuff is not going to help you get your book done. You need to realize that you're human. People procrastinate. Life happens. Things happen in your life that you can't control all the time, and you just need to forgive yourself, because the sooner you forgive yourself and realize that you're human and these things happen, the sooner you can jump back into writing and doing what it is that you said that you wanted to do, and reflecting on the why, and setting a schedule, a realistic schedule, and getting up and doing it. The entire procrastination is such a normal thing. Even those who excel in life and do all these amazing great things to get all these awards, I can assure you they procrastinate too. They just are better at forgiving themselves for it and better at jumping back into the groove of whatever they're trying to excel in. So yes, forgive yourself, move on, and just start over if that is what you need to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my 5 little tips I gave you, and my dog's barking in the background, even though I literally said at the beginning of this, I was like, they're probably not gonna make noise this time, and they start going ape shit over something. I have no clue. I didn't hear anything, but they heard it. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If any of you have any questions, suggestions, tips of your own, please leave them down in the comment section below. There are plenty other ways to get, you know, over procrastination. I didn't cover them all, but those were just the 5 that I've recently dealt with, or feel like they are the biggest part that have helped me move past procrastinating on my book. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. We will see y'all next time. Bye.